You think you need serious money to get into property development? You don't, and believing you do is exactly what's keeping everyday Aussies off the property ladder while prices keep climbing without them. I'm going to show you a strategy some of our clients are using right now to get into real developments with less than $100,000 each. And I'm not talking about high net worth investors. We work with everyone from big players right down to mums and dads with normal jobs and a bit of equity. So I see exactly what's possible at the lower end every single day. But here's the curveball. There's one decision in this strategy that matters more than money, more than the bank, and more than the block itself. And get it wrong, and a project that should set you up for life can turn into the most expensive mistake you'll ever make. I'll show you exactly what it is before we're done. First, let's kill the belief that's holding most people back. Most people assume that the bank wants to see a massive pile of cash before they'll back a development. So they never even have the conversation. They sit on the sidelines for years trying to save a deposit that keeps moving further away. But the bank doesn't care about your savings account as much as you think. What they actually care about is two things: your equity and your serviceability. Equity is simply the difference between what your home is worth and what you still owe on it. Serviceability is your ability to comfortably make the repayments from your income. That's it. Those two levers decide what you can do. And here's where it gets interesting. If your plan is to build and hold, meaning you keep the finished homes, rent them out, the bank looks at you even more favorably, because now you're not just counting your wage, you're factoring in the strong rent that those new homes are going to bring as well. So before you rule yourself out, sit down with a switched on broker and find out what your equity and income can really support. You might be a lot closer than you think, but even with the bank on your side, plenty of people still can't carry a whole development on their own. And that's exactly where this strategy comes in. The play is a joint venture on a dual occupancy. In plain English, that's two people teaming up to build two homes on one block and walking away with one each. Right now, we're working with two families doing exactly this. Both earning okay money, both with some equity in their homes. Neither could fund a development alone, but together, it's a completely different story. They sat down with a sharp broker, pooled their equity, combined their serviceability, and the bank backed the project. At the end, they each walk away with a brand new townhouse to rent out. Now, compare that to going solo with thin equity. The bank says no, or worse, they say yes, and you're stretched so tight that one delay or one cost blowout puts you under. Strength in numbers changes the maths completely. Two people contributing well under 100 grand each can unlock a project neither of them could touch on their own. By the way, if you're trying to work out where you'd even start with something like this, get inside the Little Fish Network. It's our free property developer community where thousands of developers are asking questions, sharing lessons, and helping each other improve every single day. Takes about 2 minutes to join, links below. Now, let's talk about why the numbers on this are so good, because this is the part that surprises people the most. When you develop, you get the finished product at a wholesale rate. Wholesale just means what it costs to create. Your share of the land, the build, and the project costs, nothing more. Think about what happens when you buy a townhouse from a developer instead. At completion, when it's completely done, you pay the retail price, which has their profit margin baked in. Then you pay stamp duty on top of that. Here's the kicker. When you're a developer, that margin doesn't disappear. It stays locked inside your townhouse as built-in equity from the day you get the keys. Buy the same home at retail and you can be handing over hundreds of thousands of dollars, which is someone else's profit. Money you never see again. So the same townhouse on the same street can leave you in front simply because of which side of the deal you were standing on. But built-in equity is only half the reason this strategy makes so much sense right now. The other half comes down to timing. Here's the thing. There has rarely been a better time to build and hold. Under the new recent budget update, negative gearing is now only available on new builds. And negative gearing in simple terms is when the costs of holding a rental are higher than the rent coming in. So your costs are higher than your revenue, and you can claim that loss against your income. On top of that, a brand new home comes with a full depreciation schedule. That's just the report that lets you claim the wear and tear on the property each year, which puts real money back in your pocket and makes the home easier to hold. And then there's the bigger picture. Australia is in a housing supply crisis. Demand is outrunning supply, and that's not changing anytime soon. Holding a new rental property puts you directly in the path of that pressure, and over the long term, that's where the growth lives. Miss this part, and it gets expensive. Buy an established property instead, and you lose the gearing benefit and most of the depreciation. Sell the moment you finish, and you trigger the tax and walk away from the long-term upside. So run your numbers as a hold from day one. That's where this strategy earns its keep. Now, remember that curveball from the start, the one decision that matters more than everything that we've covered so far. This is it. The decision is who you partner with and how you structure the exit before a single dollar moves. A joint venture only works when both sides want the same thing. Similar goals, similar money, similar timeline. If one of you wants to sell in 2 years and the other wants to hold for 20, you've got a problem. No profit margin can fix that. This is also why the end goal should always be a separate title for each townhouse. You don't want to be tied to another family, partner, investor forever. With a title each, either of you can sell, refinance, or keep holding without needing the other one's permission. That's a clean exit. Get this wrong, and you're co-owning an asset with someone whose plans may no longer match yours. I've seen partnerships like that end in forced sales, burnt profits, and friendships that never recover. So before any money moves, get a proper agreement drawn up with your solicitor. Who puts in what? Who makes the decisions? What happens if someone needs out early? And how the titles are split at the end. It feels like overkill when everyone's excited at the start. It's the cheapest insurance you'll ever buy. So let's pull it all together. If your equity and serviceability stack up, your partner's goals genuinely match yours, the numbers work as a long-term hold, and the exit is structured with a title each, you're in a strong position to get into a development for well under 6 figures. And if those pieces aren't in place, that's valuable too. It means that you can keep your energy and your capital for a site or a strategy that suits you better. If you want to take this further, there are a few things we can do to help. Start with the Little Fish Network. If you're not already inside, it's our free property developer network. If you want a more hands-on support, I offer one-on-one mentoring where you get me in your corner at every stage of the project. If finding the right block is your sticking point, we also have our buyer's advocacy service to help you secure the perfect site. And if you'd rather have the whole thing handled, my team runs the entire development from start to finish through our project management service. There's a link below to join the network, and there's another one to book a call with me so we can figure out the best path forward for you. If you're still here, I appreciate you sticking around right to the end. Do me a favor, give the video a hype and a like and drop a comment. It really does make a difference. Helps us keep creating this stuff for free. I'm Peter Kelly. Till the next one, see you at the top.